Many things can be hidden behind a simple grin. Joy, amusement, pain, and even malice. No human expression carries such variety, and no archetype such power and charisma as the Joker. In this premium edition by Lo Scarabeo, the Joker Tarot emerges from the deep, inky shadows of Corrado Roi's haunting illustrations. Across 78 cards we encounter the Trickster in all his forms, echoing the Dionysian figures of ancient Greek tragedy, medieval jesters, and modern comedians alike. He is the one who mocks the powerful, disturbs the status quo, and forces us to question what we think we know. This is more than a deck. It's a theatrical performance in paper and ink, where each card reveals a different mask of the Joker's multifaceted persona. Join me now as we delve into this mesmerising tarot world and discover which of the Joker's faces chooses to speak to you today. Hello me ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. I hope everybody's doing okay. It's been a couple of days since I've been on. Let me just move this tarot deck. This is what I've been using this morning. Yeah, I'm my last official day off work. I know we have the weekend, but I always get weekends. Well, in the main, I always get weekends. So this is my last official weekday off. The 2 weeks have flown by, but it's been lovely. I'm ready to get back. I feel re-energized. Had a lovely time over the last 2 weeks. But I thought I'd come on today, as you will have seen from the intro, have a sup of coffee. This is my second cup of coffee of the morning. Oh, it's nothing nicer than a cup of coffee in the morning. We're going to take a look at Joker Tarot. So this is its second iteration, if you like. It was a Kickstarter with that fancy box that looked very complicated when Cheryl showed it. This was sent by Cheryl at Oneness Emporium for review. And we took a brief look at it during the spotlight a couple of weeks ago already. Or was it last week? It was last week. A couple of weeks ago, I was with Sandra. What is even time anymore? It's by Corrado Roi and Pietro Aligo. And yeah, there's a tuck box version, but this is the Lo Scarabeo's kind of premium repackaging of some of their decks. So outer box design, I think it's nice. It's got a linen finish. I like the fact that it kind of sets the tone with the colours and everything like that. It's quite a shadowy deck really. But yeah, nice 2-part box. I do like these 2-part boxes. I think they're really nice and compact. Very sturdy, lovely to stack, doesn't take up too much room, but yeah, really nice. I was surprised with this being a premiere edition, that's the inside, that the deck wasn't gilded. I would have thought a nice, either matte black or even a shiny black, like a vinyl record, would have been just the ticket, or even because it has these kind of beige or gold, a matte gold might have been quite nice. I have also noticed that there seems to be a gap, like, you know, sometimes you get the decks and they're in two halves. Like this was originally going to be in two halves, but anyway, that's just the way it's appearing for me. It's like a deck of two halves. This is the little book, the guidebook. There's, I think, 4 languages, so English, Italian, Spanish and Portuguese is in there. You get a little bit of information, the beginning of a lucid madness. Many masks, one face. Welcome to the Joker Tarot. I am Dionysus, the envied, the renegade, the one in tune with the universe. I consider myself the first one to comprehend chaos. I'll accompany you on this journey into the world of madness to remind you of what have been and attune you with yourself. Jester, juggler, buffoon, madman, acrobat, player, charlatan, singer, fire eater, contortionist, tumbler, storyteller, and much more. This is me. And when you think of the archetypes there that make up the Joker or the Jester, think of me or visualize me as you wish, but from now on I prefer to simply be called Joker. Wow, very DC-ish. Why should you use this deck? We've got a little bit about spreads. It always makes me chuckle when it says one card spread. And we've got the Celtic cross. I'm so over the Celtic cross. I don't know why, I just am. The grin spread. I like that for the Joker, the grin. It's really giving me Batman vibes. The whole from now on I'll be the Joker and the grin. But anyway, again, that's just one iteration of the Joker, isn't it? So there's not a huge amount of text. You can see it's probably got about 6 lines for the Magician. Just a few words really for each one. Same with the, you get quotes. Got John Lennon quote. Is that the same? Oh, we do as well for the Major. So that's novel. I like that. Each bit of text is a quote. Henry Ford, Buddha, so the Chariot, greater in battle than the man who would conquer 1,000,000 men is he who would conquer just one, himself, Buddha. I like that. Aristotle. There's some great quotes here. Pablo Picasso. Wow. Dostoevsky, Charlie Chaplin, Tolstoy. That's great. I like that. All right, I'm going to bring the camera down and we'll take a closer look at the deck. So it's probably worth pointing out that I don't own, up until this point, the Joker Tarot. I never backed it on Kickstarter. I thought about it. And, you know, I'm about to say I'm not a Kickstarter person, and I'm not. He says with 2 Kickstarter campaigns on the go, one that ends tomorrow, the green one, and another one that I just couldn't resist, a Marseille style deck. But it has to be really something for me to back on Kickstarter. I don't have that sort of patience. And in fact, the one that I back that finishes in about 2 weeks, I'm promising to ship in July. So whether that'll happen or not, I've heard it before, but that's pretty impressive if so. So I didn't back it on Kickstarter. I didn't buy the mass market version, but this is beautiful. So you can see it's that lovely, high quality matte card stock. This is the title card. I bet there's one of those advertising cards at the back. Yes, of course. Take that out. These are the backs, which, as you can see, are reversible. We've got the Joker's face here. Pretty cool. So Joker Tarot. And then we have the cards. So, yeah, I would imagine, because I've got decks like this, that these are lovely to shuffle as well with that nice matte card stock. I really like the style of this deck. Now, when I first saw the Fall, I thought, oh, it's just a collage deck, and I was very quick to dismiss it as a collage deck, because collage decks are probably one of my least favourite mediums for art style. I mean, some are done better than others, but others, yeah, really aren't. But what I like about this is the shadowy, rich art style. In a lot of parts, it's quite monochromatic. Certainly has a limited colour palette, but it's very dark, it's very shadowy, it's very expressive, and I love decks that are expressive. One of the criticisms I had the other day for Whispers of Time was that all the faces are just staring forward and are emotionless, expressionless, but expressionless, I should say. But that can't be said of this deck. And it just has this real kind of surreal quality to it. I love the Chariot, really love it. It's one of my favourite cards. And again, the deck does have this sense of movement, this sense of shadow, but also ambiguity in the imagery. Look at that. A great, great strength card. Here's our Hermit, epic Hermit card. I love that, you know, whilst this is the Joker, we often refer to, when you think of how, particularly how tarot originally came out of a game like playing cards, we have Jokers in playing cards, don't we? But, you know, the Fool is often referred to as the Joker as well. And the tarot, particularly through the Major Arcana, is the Fool's journey. And I love that we see, excuse me, that we see the Joker, the Trickster archetype throughout the deck. I love this wheel. This wheel card is brilliant. And in this deck, you know, the role of the Joker, I guess, is to be the truth teller, as well as the disruptor. And the reason why he's an important archetype is that the Joker, the jester, is, or historically was, someone that would mirror human folly. Look at this Death card. I mean, each card is beautiful. Each card has one of the Joker's 78 faces. I think this Devil card is so amazing. And you can see it's following the traditional structure of tarot in terms of its major and minor arcana. We've got cups, pentacles, wands, swords, etc. So it is following a traditional RWS. The Moon. I think this deck will be very readable for intuitive, symbolic, deep readings. I think it's a deck that you really need to sit with. Oh, look at that for the world. I know this isn't going to be everybody's cup of tea, People, you know, similar with like Deviant Moon, people don't always like darker decks, and this certainly gives that vibe. But it's certainly a deck. I mean, there's even something menacing about this scarecrow, the Joker face within the scarecrow. But I just love it. I really love it. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'll certainly be using this deck for shadow work, for introspection, and to sit with, to really sit with and digest these images and pay attention to what's being stirred up. Would I say it's beginner friendly? In as much as it follows a traditional tarot. But I don't think it's a deck that I would recommend. You know, if someone says to me, I want to start out with the tarot, can you recommend a deck? I don't think I'm going to say, yeah, Joker Tarot. However, I do think, you know, if this is on the shop, on a shelf in a shop, and someone comes along and picks it up, you can't not be disappointed with this deck. But it requires attention. I find it's a deck as well that, because I kind of briefly went through it with Cheryl, and I was like, oh wow. Some of the art reminds me a little bit of Banksy as well. I'm going through it again in more detail for this this walkthrough and review, and I'm loving it even more. I think it's a deck that's going to be a grower, you know, one that the more you work with, the more you appreciate it, the more it gives. Isn't that brilliant? For the Three of Pentacles, when you think about the RWS Three of Pentacles, it's carving the Joker's face here, but these two look like scholars. Brilliant, brilliant card. Love the 5, love the Joker in the stained glass window behind. Oh, this is an amazing deck. Pentacle suit is brilliant. Wands. And look at that. Incredible. I think people who know me know that when I suddenly go quiet looking at the images is because I'm blown away. Every card is a masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece of a deck. Our final suit is the swords. Oh wow, look at that. Standing on one hand. Should have turned my phone off, I do apologise. Hopefully if I put some music in the background you might not hear all the interruptions. Look at this. This could replace my #1 shadow deck, which is the Ritual Abuse Tarot. Look at the 9 of Swords, the ultimate nightmare card. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm clearly drawn to dark decks much more than the rainbows and unicorns. They have their place and I enjoy a few, but yeah, these kind of darker decks really do it for me. Magnificent, absolutely magnificent. I might edge that in black actually. I just don't want it to bleed. It shouldn't if I use a Sharpie chisel tip. I think it's crying out to be edged in black, but absolutely gorgeous. Okay, why don't I just do it now? There you go. I've edged it in black. I really like it. This is a really nice. I use the Sharpie, in case anybody asked, the Sharpie permanent with the chisel tip. It's just easier for getting it along the edges, but it gives you that shiny, these little bits aren't, I've checked it, there's no gaps. Gives you that shiny kind of vinyl record finish on it, which is, I think, just complements this deck so much. So yeah, pleased I've done it. I think it should have come edged anyway as a premium one, but I'm happy because I've got it in black. Still doing that parting down the middle, but anyway. So that's the Joker Tarot. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to check it out at Oneness Emporium. The link to the shop will be in the description below. And as ever, if you want to take advantage of the promotional code Hermits10, which is here at the bottom, then you'll get 10% off at checkout. Thanks for watching, everyone, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.